Hey everybody, it's John, and we're back with the final video of the Recycling Bin Challenge. Now in this video, we're actually going to install some games on my little Recycling Bin computer to see how they run. The whole purpose of this video was to show, oh geez, what is it now?
You better not put me into anything weird.
No, I would never do that to you.
That reply does not fill me with confidence.
Yeah, well, like, I don't even know where you are, how the hell you're even doing any of this in the first place. So unfortunately for me, there's nothing I can do.
Still not confidence building.
Yeah, well, like, I hate you, so there's kind of, I'm, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
You could really use to work on your people skills.
Yeah, it's still not real, but fine. Okay, can we just get back to the video, please? Good, he's gone. Listen, just between me and you, I wish I could build him into a fart, but I'm not entirely sure where he is, or how to build a fart computer case. Anyways, the reason I built the recycling bin computer was to show that you can get a lot of use out of an older device, and also keep it out of an e-waste landfill. So, now that it's built, let's finally game on the recycling bin computer. I start by emulating the NES, which was the first gaming system I ever played. My game of choice on this system is Battletoads Double Dragon, which was a beat-em-up developed by Rare and published by Tradewest in 1993. This game answers a question no one asked. What if Battletoads teamed up with Billy and Jimmy Lee from Double Dragon? The answer is a crazy fun beat-em-up that makes zero sense, but hey, it doesn't have to because these are the two most iconic beat-em-up franchises in gaming history. Next I move on to emulating the SNES and start playing Battletoads and Battlemaniacs, which was also released in 1993 by Rare and Tradewest. This is definitely a big visual improvement from the NES version of Battletoads, but just like the NES predecessor, Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is a very challenging beat-em-up game mixed with platforming elements that I would describe as frustratingly fun. The next game I try out is Wrestlemania the arcade game for the SNES. This game was developed by Midway in 1995. Personally, I really used to like this game as it uses a lot of elements from the wildly famous Mortal Kombat franchise to make a wrestling game that was unlike any other wrestling game when it was released. Because of these differences, some wrestling game fans did not enjoy this game as they found it played more like a fighting game rather than a traditional wrestling game. Now I jump into playing Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64. This game was developed by Nintendo in 1997 and was a fantastic multiplayer spaceship shooter game with so many secret levels and bosses you will spend hours trying to find and beat them all. This game is the first flying game I ever liked as it took full advantage of the Nintendo 64 analog controller. After Star Fox, I jump into another system and play Marvel vs. Capcom on the PlayStation 1, which was released by Capcom for the PlayStation 1 in 2001, but initially released in 1998 in arcades. This crossover fighting game is the third in its series and one of my all-time favorite fighting games. With its roster of 15 characters, it provides hours of chaos and fun combining these characters to fight your way through both Marvel and Capcom universes. The next game I jump into is Crash Twinsanity on the PlayStation 2, which came out in 2004. This game was developed by Traveler's Tale and published by Universal Games Studios. In this game, Crash teams up with Cortex to save the day and rescue I'm sorry, I really didn't play this game longer than the 10 minutes I did for this video, but from what it looks like, I may want to play this game and give it a try. Now I move from emulating console games and actually start playing some PC games. The first game I boot up is Cuphead, which was released in 2017 and is a run and gun game developed and published by Studio MDHR. This run and gun boss battle game is monstrously hard but rewarding. As of recording, I have over 100 hours in on Cuphead and still haven't made it to the last level where you actually fight the devil himself. Next, I move on to more graphics-intensive games and start playing Fallout 3. This game was released in 2008 by Bethesda Studios after acquiring the rights from Interplay, who originally created the game as an isometric 2D RPG. Now in 3D, this is one of my absolute favorite games of all time, as it merges first-person shooter elements with RPG elements that captivates me to spend countless hours navigating, surviving, and helping out the Capital Wasteland. I managed to get this game running on mid to high settings with no more issues than you would find running this game on a modern computer. Speaking of game icons, the next game I move on to is the 2013 release of Tomb Raider, which focuses on the origin story of the legendary game character slash badass explorer Lara Croft. Originally created by Eidos, this franchise is now developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix. This game has been given a dramatic redesign but manages to keep the lore of Lara Croft as captivating and fun as what brought us to the franchise all those years ago. Lastly, I move on to another legendary game franchise and start playing GTA 5, which was developed and published by Rockstar in 2013, then re-released with a first-person mode in 2015 where it made its premiere to PC. There is nothing I can say about GTA 5 that hasn't already been said. It's an absolute masterpiece, created by the company that revolutionized the open world game genre with its predecessor GTA 3. With a further re-release coming to the next generation consoles, it doesn't seem like GTA 5 is going to stop anytime soon. I was able to run this game on low to medium settings with more low settings selected than medium. While the game ran fine, there's definitely a stark difference on how it looks on my current gaming computer, but it's not unplayable and still enjoyable to play. Satisfied with the gameplay ability of this PC, I decided to finish off the top of my recycling bin case and glue the cans to a piece of cardboard that I can place on top of the bin to give it the appearance it is filled up with aluminum cans rather than computer components. Finally, I run a quick benchmark via MSI Combustor to get a rough idea of how many frames this device can get when stressed out. As expected, the frame rate was very low when I did this, averaging 15 to 18 frames a second. With the low profile video card that I'm currently using in this device, I can expect to play games on high settings with high frame counts, but if I swapped it out with a modern video card, I could make a pretty capable gaming rig out of this setup and would be able to run more modern games on medium to high settings without any issues. And that's where I'm going to end this video and this series. Thanks for watching the Recycling Bin Challenge. Please click like on this video, and as always, please feel free to follow me on the above social media platforms. Before I go, I would like to dedicate this video series to my late cat Lou, who unfortunately happened to pass away while I was recording these videos. And just like the Recycling Bin computer, I didn't get Lou brand new out of the box. He was a recycled cat, or better yet, he was a shelter cat who happened to be 2 years of age before we adopted him. More mature cats often get passed over for younger cats, even though these animals have a lot of love and affection to give. I'm personally grateful for the time I got to spend with Lou and would implore anyone who's looking for a cat to maybe consider getting a more mature one, as they still need a good home and a good lap to call their own. For more information, please check out your local SPCA or any animal shelters in your area. These people will be more than happy to help you find the right animal for your home.